An automotive, car, truck, motorcycle, museum guide. Chapter 1. Automotive museums. Car museum websites. AACA.org, Antique Auto. ACDmuseum.org, Duesenberg Museum. ArtCarMuseum.com. Autolit.com/museum. Autoracemuseum.com, Antique Auto and Race Car Museum. BlackhawkAuto.org. BlackhawkAuto.org, Blackhawk Auto Museum. CableCarMuseum.com, San Francisco Cable Car Museum. ConcourseASD.org. CorvetteMuseum.com, National Corvette Museum. DaimlerChrysler.com/museum. HFMGV.org/museum, Henry Ford. IPL.org/exhibit/Sloan/Sloan-info. LeMayMuseum.org. MBHConcours.org. MillerAutomuseum.org. MSHF.com, Motorsports Hall of Fame. PebleBeachConcours.net. SarasotaCarMuseum.org. StudebakerMuseum.org. TruckMuseum.org. Car Shows Info. MotorTrend.com, List of shows. MBHConcours.org. ConcourseASD.org. PebleBeachConcours.net. AutosHouse.Ford.com. Concours d'Elegance, Car Show, Carmel, CA, August. Detroit Auto Show, January, biggest car show in the world. Classic Cars/Old Cars Info. ALFAGTV6.com, a site for owners and fans of the 1982 to 1987 GTV6 Coupe. SteamAutomobile.com, Steam Automobile Club of America. OldCarsPriceGuide.net. AACA.org, Antique Auto Club of America. AACA.org/publications/antique-automobile.aspx, Antique Automobile Magazine. About.com, Classic Cars. AntiquePower.com, Tractors. ATHS.org, American Truck Historical Society. ATHS.org, Truck Historical Society. Automuseum.com. Automuseum.com, Auto Museum. AUTO-NICKEL.com. CarlisleEvents.com/CE/events/Corvettes by ClassicCars.com. CarCollector.com. CAR-NECTION.com. CAR-NECTION.com, Classic Carnection. CCAR.com.au, Classic Cars, Australia. Chevelles.com. ClassicalCarFinancial.com, 877-527-7228, loans for classic cars. ClassicalPontiac.com. ClassicalPontiac.com, Classical Pontiac. ClassicaR.com, Classic Car Source. ClassicCar.com. ClassicCarClub.com. ClassicCarMart.co.uk. ClassicCarshow.com. ClassicCarsWorld.co.uk. ClassicChevy.com. ClassicDriver.de. ClassicFordMag.co.uk. ClassicMGMagazine.com. ClassicMotor.com. ClassicsHowcase.com. ClassicsHowcase.com, Classic Showcase. ClassicTrucksWeb.com. Collect.com, Old Cars Weekly. comm.wayne.edu/auto100/detroit/00.html, Detroit Inc. Conradi.wwa.com/index.html. Corvair.com. cybernetsol.com/hotrods. HCCA.org, Horseless Carriage Club of America. Hemmings.com, Old Classical Cars. hhc.co.uk/classics. hmn.com. Horseless.com. Cars.com. Manheingold.com, Classic Cars. Miniworks.com, Mini Cooper. Model T.org. Model T.org, Model T Ford Club. Mopars.org, the Northern Mopars Auto Club website for Chrysler, Dodge, and Plymouth auto enthusiasts. Nautaguides.com, 800-966-6232. secondnature.com/classicm.hdm, classic motorcycles. specialcar.com. vintage-mustang.com, classic Mustang page. vsaab.com, vintage Saab. mapleleafmopars.homestead.com/carsandbarns.html. web-span.com/date/cadillac.htm, vintage Cadillac. Ackerman Old Cadillac Parts. 800-487-3903. All Cadillacs of the 40s. 800-808-1147. Uniglobe@netport.com. Antique and Collectible Autos. Buffalo, New York 14210. 800-245-1310. Car Kits. B&W Antique Auto Parts. Bellingham, WA. 800-561-4622. Bird's Nest Thunderbird Parts. 800-232-6378. ToBirdParts.com. Bob's Classic Auto Glass. Blockley, Oregon 97412. 800-624-2130. Bob Cook Classic Auto Parts. Murray, KY. 800-486-1137. British Vintages Inc. 645 Tank Farm Road, San Luis Obispo, California 93401. 800-350 JAGS. British Car Parts. Bookingers. POB 66114. Chicago, Illinois 60666. 800-892-8636. Automotive Glass for older cars, pre-1970. C&G Early Ford Parts. Commercial St. Escondido, California 92029. 800-266-0470. Reproduction parts for pre-1956 Fords. Kenyon Classic Parts. 800-571-1488. DZAT.com. Cedar Auto Parts. 1100 Syndicate St. Jordan, Minnesota 55352. 800-755-3266. Car parts from 1949 to present. Chevys of the 40s. 800-999-2438. Clark's Corvair Parts. 413-625-9776. Corvair.com. Classic Auto Supply. Coshocton, O. 800-374-0914. Classic Cars Unlimited. POG 249. Lakeshore, Mississippi 39558. 800-543-8691. Classic Motor Books. POG 1. Osceola, Wisconsin 54020. 800-826-6600. Motorbooks.com. Manuals and other books. Classic Motor Carriages. 16650 Northwest 27th Avenue. POG 10. Miami, Florida 33054. 800-252-7742. Replica car kits of many types of cars. Classic Mustang. Southington, CT. 800-243-2742. Classic Reproductions. 3221 South Halliday St. Santa Ana, California 92706. 800-854-6911. Chevrolet Parts. Classic Roadsters. 1617 Main Avenue. Fargo, North Dakota 58103. 800-373-9000. ClassicRoadsters.com. Classic Sunbeam Parts. Ossining, New York. 800-23 Sunbeam. Classic Thunderbird. 795 High ST. Coshocton, Ohio 43812. 800-374-0914. Corvair Underground. Hillsboro, Oregon 97115. 800-825 VAR. Corvair Parts. Corvair Parts. Dundee, or 800-825-8247. Crossroads Classic Mustang. 12421 Riverside Avenue. Mira Loma, California 91752. 800 Giddy Up. Mustang Parts. D&R Classic Automotive. 31 West 280 Dealey Road. Naperville, Illinois 60563. 800-472-6952. Classic Automotive Parts. Egg Machine Co. Santa Fe Springs, California 90670. 800-866 Egg. Egg.com. Parts for older American cars. Fabulous Falcons. Paola, Kansas 66071. 800-850-2699. Filling Station. 990 South 2nd St. Lebanon, Oregon 97355. 800-841-6622. Parts for old Chevrolets. Iowa Glass Depot. POB 122. Cedar Rapids, Iowa 52406. 800-747-2005. 800-553-8134. Hard to find old windshields. Jim Dotling Vintage Parts. Phoenix, AZ. 800 TTT Bird. Joblot Automotive. 98 to 11211 STST. Queens Village, New York 11429. 800-221-0172. Old Ford Parts. Larry's Thunderbird Parts. 511 South Raymond Avenue. Fullerton, California 92631. 800-854-0393. Lebaron Bonnie Co. Amesbury, Ma. 800-221-5408. Old Fords. Lang's Old Car Parts. Winch Eden, Ma. 800-872-7871. Legendary Motorworks. 4 Arch St. Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania 15312. 800-858-0436. Replica older sports cars. Max Antique Auto Parts. Lockport, New York 14094. 800-777-0948. Very old car parts like Model TS. MPCClassics.com. 800-888-5072. Replacement panels. National Parts Depot. 3101 Southwest 40th Boulevard. Gainesville, Florida 32608. 800-874-7595. Old Car Parts. Nix T-Birds. Panorama City, CA. 800-669-1961. Rick's Antique Auto. 100 West Highway 36. Mankato, Kansas 66956. 800-255-4100. Antique Car Parts. Shell Valley Motors. Platte Center, Nebraska 68653. 888-246-0300. Antique Car Kits. Southeastern Classic Parts. Arlington, TX. 800-346-7362. Thunderbird and Falcon. Phoenix, AZ. 800-888 Bird. Thunderbird Center. 23610 John Road. Hazel Park, Michigan 48030. 800-562-1955. Thunderbird Headquarters. 1080 Detroit Avenue. Concord, California 94518. 800-227-2174. Thunderbird Parts and Restoration. 5844 Goodrich Road, Clarence Center, New York 14032. 800-289-2473. Thunderbird USA Parts Supply. 3621 Resource Drive, Tuscaloosa, Alabama 35401. 800-842-5557. Thunderbirds USA, Tuscaloosa, Al. 800-842-5557. VintageAutos.com. 800-269-7221. Vintage Auto Parts. 800-426-5911. VintageInc@AOL.com. Chapter 2. Automotive Museums at the National Association of Automobile Museums. The National Association of Automobile Museums. NAMmuseums.org. National Association of Automobile Museums. P.O. Box 50702. Bowling Green, Kentucky 42102. 502-219-4807. Contact at NAMmuseums.org. A job board at NAMmuseums. NAMmuseums.org/jobs-board. AutomotiveMuseumGuide.com lists museums by state, around the world and specialty like car, motorcycle, truck, etc. It's a big messy website. Facebook.com/AutomotiveMuseumGuide. Instagram.com/AutomotiveMuseumGuide. YouTube.com/channels/UCPQMQDSSDQKFNB82RRB6HLW. A list of automotive museums by state at NAMmuseums.org/museum-list. Michigan is the place for most car museums. These museums are National Association of Automobile Museums members. Arizona. Martin Auto Museum. 17641 North Black Canyon Highway, Phoenix, Arizona 85023. 602-298-2377. Flagstaff Auto Museum. 6581 East Breckenridge Way, Flagstaff, Arizona 86004. 928-225-9293. Tucson Auto Museum. 990 South Cherry Avenue, Tucson, Arizona 85719. 520-207-5715. Arkansas. Museum of Automobiles. 8 Jones Lane, Petit Jean MT, Morrilton, Arkansas 72110. 501-727-5427. California. Peterson Automotive Museum. 6060 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California 90036. 323-964-6340. The Automobile Driving Museum. 610 Lairport St. El Segundo, California 90245. 310-909-0950. Lions Automobilia Foundation. 2790 East Del Amo Boulevard, Rancho Dominguez, California 90221. 310-223-3743. USA World Classic Museum. 200 Rollingwood Drive, Vallejo, California 94591. 916-798-5848. Automotive Research Library of the Horseless Carriage Foundation. 8186 Center St. La Mesa, California 91942. 619-464-0301. J. A. Cooley Museum. 4233 Park Boulevard, San Diego, California 92103. 619-296-3112. San Diego Automotive Museum. 2080 Pan American Plaza, San Diego, California 92101. 619-231-2886. California Auto Museum. 2200 Front St. Sacramento, California 95818. 916-442-6802. Mott Historical Museum. 28380 State Highway 74 No. 15. Menifee, California 92585. 951-928-3210. Blackhawk Museum. 3700 Blackhawk Plaza Circle. Danville, California 94506. 925-736-2280. Colorado. Cussler Museum. 14959 West 69th Avenue. Arvada, Colorado 80007. 303-420-2795. Forney Museum of Transportation. 4303 Brighton Boulevard. Denver, Colorado 80216. 303-297-1113. Connecticut. New England Auto Museum. 304 Main Avenue. Number 326. Norwalk, Connecticut 06851. 860-673-3888. Florida. Nelson Auto Museum. P.O. Box 917730. Longwood, Florida 32791. 407-682-5448. Tallahassee Automobile Museum. 6800 Mahan Drive. Tallahassee, Florida 32308. 850-942-0137. The Collection on Palmetto. 2116 Palmetto Street. Clearwater, Florida 33765. 727-403-3086. The Revs Institute. 2500 South Horseshoe Drive. Naples, Florida 34104. 239-687-7387. Motorsports Hall of Fame of America. 1801 West International Speedway Boulevard. Daytona Beach, Florida 32114. 386-200-9349. Sarasota Classic Car Museum. 5500 North Tamiami Trail. Sarasota, Florida 34243. 941-355-6228. Elliott Museum. 825 NE. Ocean Boulevard. Stuart, Florida 34996. 772-225-1961. Georgia. Miles Through Time Automotive Museum. 583 Grant St. Clarksville, Georgia 30523. 470-239-0199. Savoy Automobile Museum. 3 Savoy Lane. Cartersville, Georgia 30120. 770-434-7930. Illinois. The Beller Museum. 275 Rosper Drive. Romeoville, Illinois 60446. 331-888-1225. Model A Ford Foundation. P.O. Box 28. Peotone, Illinois 60468. 708-258-0685. Wheels O Time Museum. 11923 North Knoxville Avenue. Peoria, Illinois 61612. 309-243-9020. National Covair Museum. 10041 Palm Road. Old Route 66. Glenarm, Illinois 62536. 217-791-5793. Indiana. Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. 4750 West 16th St. Indianapolis, Indiana 46222. 317-492-6784. Studebaker National Museum. 201 South Chapin St. South Bend, Indiana 46601. 574-235-9714. Auburn Cord Dwesenberg Automobile Museum. 1600 South Wayne St. Auburn, Indiana 46706. 260-925-1444. Early Ford V 8 Foundation Museum. 2181 General Doolittle Drive. Auburn, Indiana 46706. 260-927-8022. National Automotive and Truck Museum. 1000 Gordon M. Bucharig P.L. Auburn, Indiana 46706. 260-925-9100. Hudson Essex Terraplane Historical Society. 9350 Vandergriff Road. Indianapolis, Indiana 46239. 317-862-2268. Kansas. Kansas City Automotive Museum, Inc. 15095 West 116th St. Olathe, Kansas 66062. 913-707-3766. Midwest Dream Car Collection. 3007 Anderson Avenue. Manhattan, Kansas 66503. 785-236-5501. Salina Educational Automotive Museum of America. 108 South 4th Street. Salina, Kansas 67401. 785-826-0399. Kentucky. National Corvette Museum. 350 Corvette Drive. Bowling Green, Kentucky 42101. 270-781-7973. Swope's Cars of Yesteryear Museum. 1100 North Dixie Highway. Elizabethtown, Kentucky 42701. 270-765-2181. Maine. Owl's Head Transportation Museum. 117 Museum St. Box 277. Owl's Head, Maine 04854. 207-594-4418. Seal Cove Auto Museum. 1414 Tremont Road. Seal Cove. Mount Desert Island, Maine 04674. 207-244-9242. Maine Classic Car Museum. 2564 Portland Road. Arundel, Maine 04046. 207-602-6620. Maryland. Buick Heritage Alliance. 2198 Johns Hopkins Road. Gambrills, Maryland 21054. 443-994-5455. American Racing Performance Museum. 5824 Sunny Drive. Lothian, Maryland 20711. 240-375-4329. Classic Motor Museum. 102 East Marengo St. St. Michael's, Maryland 21663. 410-745-8979. Massachusetts. Springfield Museums Association. 21 Edwards St. Springfield, Massachusetts 01103. 413-263-6800. Lars Anderson Auto Museum. 15 Newton St. Brookline, Massachusetts 02445. 617-522-6547. Heritage Museums and Gardens. 67 Grove Street. Sandwich, Massachusetts 02563. 774-205-2733. Michigan. Four-Wheel Drive Museum. 175 Baldwin Avenue. Birmingham, Michigan 48009. 248-647-1135. Wills St. Clair Auto Museum. 2408 Wills St. Marysville, Michigan 48040. 810-987-2854. Stahls Automotive Foundation. 56516 North Bay Drive, Chesterfield, Michigan 48051. 586-749-1078. The Henry Ford. 20900 Oakwood Boulevard, Dearborn, Michigan 48121. 313-982-6100. Automotive Hall of Fame. 21400 Oakwood Boulevard, Dearborn, Michigan 48124. 313-240-4000. Model T Auto Heritage Complex, DBA Ford Paquette Plant, 461 Paquette Avenue, Detroit, Michigan 48202. 313-872-8759. Hackett Auto Museum, 615 Hupp Avenue, Jackson, Michigan 49203. 517-262-2053. The Packard Proving Grounds Historic Site, 49965 Van Dyke Avenue, Shelby Township, Michigan 48317. 586-739-4800. Pierce Arrow Museum, P.O. Box 309, Whitehall, Michigan 49461. 617-332-3363. The Carroll Collection, 1907 North Grovedale Avenue, Jackson, Michigan 49203. 517-740-3000. Cadillac LaSalle Museum, on the campus of the Gilmore Car Museum, 6865 West Hickory Road, Hickory Corners, Michigan 49060. Archives at 2125 Bishop Circle West, Dexter, Michigan 48130. Office at 35105 W13 Mile Road, Farmington, Michigan 48331. 313-407-6603. Classic Car Club of America Museum, on the campus of the Gilmore Car Museum, 6865 West Hickory Road, Hickory Corners, Michigan 49060. 269-671-5333. Southwest Michigan Packard Museum, 68681 M51. Paw, Michigan 49079. 269-870-6301. Reolds Transportation Museum, 240 Museum Drive, Lansing, Michigan 48933. 517-372-0529. Museum of the Horseless Carriage, on the campus of the Gilmore Car Museum, 6865 West Hickory Road, Hickory Corners, Michigan 49060. Gilmore Car Museum, 6865 West Hickory Road, Hickory Corners, Michigan 49060. 269-671-5089. Lincoln Motor Car Heritage Museum, 6865 West Hickory Road, Hickory Corners, Michigan 49060. 330-833-3316. Minnesota. Vite Automotive Foundation, 8552 Baker Avenue Northwest, Buffalo, Minnesota 55313. 612-805-4780. Museum of Automotive History, P.O. Box 392, Rochester, Minnesota 55903. 507-269-5734. Montana. Missoula Transportation and Restoration Museum, Nebraska. Museum of American Speed, 599 Oak Creek Drive, Lincoln, Nebraska 68528. 402-416-4110. Classic Car Collection, 3600 Highway 30 East Ste. B. Kearney, Nebraska 68847. 308-234-1964. Nevada. National Automobile Museum. 10, South Lake St. Reno, Nevada 89501. 775-333-9300. Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame. 18124 Wedge Parkway No. 2036. Reno, Nevada 89511. 775-686-6770. New Jersey. Vintage Auto Museum of New Jersey. P.O. Box 234. Beechwood, New Jersey 08722. 732-797-1456. New Mexico. Unser Racing Museum. 1776 Montano Road Northwest. Albuquerque, New Mexico 87107. 505-341-1776. New York. Buffalo Transaction/Pierce Arrow Museum. 263 Michigan Avenue. Buffalo, New York 14203. 716-855-1931 International Motor Racing Research Center. 610 South Decatur Street. Watkins Glen, New York 14891. 607-535-9044. Northeast Classic Car Museum. 24 Rexford St. Norwich, New York 13815. 607-334-2886. Saratoga Auto Museum. 110 Avenue of the Pines. Saratoga Springs, New York 12866. 518-587-1935. North Carolina. Memory Lane Motorsports and Hist. Auto. 769 River Highway. Mooresville, North Carolina 28117. 704-662-3673. Culver Auto Racing Museum. 1305 Short Journey Road. Smithfield, North Carolina 27577. 919-320-4588. Ohio. Snooks Dream Cars. 13920 Country Home Road. Bowling Green, Ohio 43402. 419-353-8338. Salty Dog Museum. 4985 Cincinnati Brookline Road. Shandon, Ohio 45063. 513-265-8750. Canton Classic Car Museum. 612 Market Avenue South. Canton, Ohio 44702. 330-455-3666. National Packard Museum. 1899 Mahoning Avenue. NW. Warren, Ohio 44483. 330-394-1899. America's Packard Museum. 420 South Ludlow St. Dayton, Ohio 45402. 937-226-1710. Oklahoma. Heart of Route 66 Auto Museum. 13 Sahoma Lake Road. Sapulpa, Oklahoma 74066. 918-216-1171. National Rod and Custom Car Hoff. 55251 E Highway 85A. Afton, Oklahoma 74331. 918-257-4234. Pennsylvania. AACA Museum. 161 Museum Drive. Hershey, Pennsylvania 17033. 717-566-7100. America on Wheels, Inc. 5 North Front St. Allentown, Pennsylvania 18102. 610-432-4200. Boyertone Museum. 85 South Walnut St. Boyertone, Pennsylvania 19512. 610-367-2090. Rolls-Royce Foundation. 189 Hempt Road. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania 17050. 717-795-9400. Simeone Foundation Automotive Museum. 6825-31 Norwich Drive. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19153. 215-365-7233. William E. Swigert Jr. Auto Museum. P.O. Box 214. Huntington, Pennsylvania 16652. 814-643-0885. Rhode Island. Audrain Automobile Museum. 222 Bellevue Avenue. Newport, Rhode Island 02840. 401-450-2650. Piston Palace. 19 14th Avenue. Warwick, Rhode Island 02886. 401-499-0702. South Carolina. The Ultimate Driving Museum. 190 Manatee Court. Greer, South Carolina 29651-6701. 864-329-1919. South Dakota. Sturgis Car Museum. 940 Dixon Drive. Sturgis, South Dakota 57785. 605-720-6398. Tennessee. Lane Motor Museum. 702 Murfreesboro Pike. Nashville, Tennessee 37210. 615-742-7445. International Towing and Recovery Museum. 3315 Broad Street. Chattanooga, Tennessee 37408. 423-267-3132. Texas. Toyota USA Automobile Museum. E1-1A33. Plano, Texas 75024. 469-292-4241. Virtual Steam Car Museum. 4431 Allen Crest Lane. Dallas, Texas 75244. 972-661-9672. Virginia. Virginia Museum of Transportation. 303 Norfolk Avenue. SW. Roanoke, Virginia 24016. 540-342-5670. Washington. LeMay America's Car Museum. 2702 EDST. Tacoma, Washington 98421. 253-779-8490. LeMay Family Collection. 325 152nd St. East. Tacoma, Washington 98445. 253-272-2336. Soviet Car Museum. 21631 Northeast 14th Place. Sammamish, Washington 98074. 206-697-9777. Wisconsin. Wisconsin Automotive Museum. 147 North Rural St. Hartford, Wisconsin 53027. 262-673-7999. The Automobile Gallery. 400 South Adams St. Green Bay, Wisconsin 54301. 920-437-9024. Canada Car Museums. Reynolds, Alberta Museum. Box 6360. Wetaskiwin, UB T9A2G1. 780-361-1351.